Alright guys, I watched this video for Friday, August 31st. You know what? I'll be glad to see this summer come to an end. As far as trading goes, nobody likes to see summer come to an end. But actually, I live in Florida, so summer's actually the crappiest time of the year down here. So I am looking forward to summer coming to an end. Also, I'm hoping, to see the volume come back. Monday, the market's closed. So Tuesday through Friday being a short week might be dead. And then hopefully we get a little bit more volume in the market. But very, very choppy out there. Here's what I'm watching for Friday. IZEA had this pop back here. You had another pop here, and it's kind of back up to this high from the past couple weeks. Nice volume on this gap up, and the high then was $1.70. It actually took that out, went to $1.73 today. Most of that happened the very end of the day, right? So we'll watch that one. I'm not going to lie. I hate the way that stock trades, but we're going to watch it anyway. This is obscure, but I think it might be worth watching. Let me glance at USO real quick. Well, yeah, oil's been pretty strong. And then GBR, let me type that again. GBR, nice support below here, and it's starting to curl up and a little bit of extra volume. So I probably wouldn't have found this. It wasn't enough extra volume to find it on the scans at the end of the day. But when you trade intraday, you catch these volume spikes that you see. And so that I put that in my notes because it is kind of trying to break out of a range. I'll switch to 60-minute candles. Zoom in a little bit here. So, it's been kind of in a tight range, or fairly tight range, below 240. It's had trouble with 240 here. And then anyway, kind of breaking through that today. So this one, especially if oil's strong tomorrow, might have a follow-through day. And if you trade it all, GBR can move pretty big at times. So anyway, that goes on watch. A little bit obscure, but we'll see. IDRA, thin stock, but I've been watching it, so I have to keep watching it. I've been watching it for a break of this 1025 area. You have kind of a cup and handle, and it's still kind of just hasn't broken it, so I'm going to keep it on my watch list. AFMD, huge gap up and run here, then another gap up, topping tail sold off, another red day. Man, I wish I'd have been bidding below 5 today. But anyway, it's a nickel spreader, but I do like the 2 red days on declining volume now. I don't know if it needs to come in another day or two or not, but if we get a low risk setup, that might give a nice trade tomorrow. So we're going to watch AFMD. Dollar Tree. Sometimes stocks just get really beaten up in one day and can't bounce at all. I got to share with you something, just in case you've made stupid mistakes. And we all make stupid mistakes trading, but I mean really stupid mistakes when you hit the wrong button, dumb stuff like that, right? Somewhere this afternoon, I'm just going to share with you what I did. Somewhere this afternoon, maybe somewhere around like here, this was lighting up the new low of day ticker. So I looked at it and said, wow, this thing's really beaten up. So I look at the daily, right? So let me go to the daily. So you have this huge down candle, and you have obvious, like the most recent low is right here at $80. Actually, $80.01 from early June. So whenever something is really extended and takes out recent lows, meaning the last few months, but kind of a clear low on the chart, usually you get a nice snapback bounce, right? So let me go back to what I did. You're going to love this. So anyway, somewhere in here, I'm starting to watch, and I said to myself, if this gets below 80, I'm going to look for it like to flush 80. I'm going to try to get long somewhere below 80 for a bounce, just for a trade. You guys know I'm a day trader. I don't hold overnight. All right, so anyway, let's just pan out here. Okay, here we go. So right here, it goes down to 79.83. I'm actually wanting to buy it in the 79.80s, just, small. So it gets there, and I think I was so bored with the market and just so, hey, I've actually found something to trade. I clicked the button, and then I realized that immediately that I shorted it when I wanted to get long. Now I only did 500 shares, and I killed it immediately. So it ended up being like a $34 loss. But it's just, I took 500, and I was planning on maybe getting bigger if it was looking like it was going to go back up through 80. So I'm fairly convinced. I could have made $200, $300, $400 pretty quickly. I'll switch to ones and kind of show you that area again. All right, so that's what it looked like on ones. So I meant to buy 500, and then I was going to maybe get another 500 or 1,000 back through. So I probably would have had an average in the 90s, maybe 1,500 shares. So at least a couple hundred, maybe $300 probably easy in my pocket. And it went higher than that, by the way. But instead, like a dolt, I hit short right here. So anyway, I realized it almost immediately. It actually took me a minute or two, well, maybe a few seconds to realize it. And I said, wow, I'm short. Right where I've been waiting to get long all day, I got short. So anyway, killed the trade, lost 30-something bucks after commissions, probably $40. And that's when I said to myself, I should probably just walk away for the day. That's just dumb. Anyway, let's go back to the daily. I still think this might be one that is overdone to the downside, and you might get a snapback bounce tomorrow, but only with a proper intraday setup. So that's DLTR, MIK, kind of the same thing. An ugly day today. Maybe we get a bounce tomorrow. I don't look at either one of these charts and think they're bullish charts, but I'm telling you just from experience, from trading experience, a lot of times something just gets, shorts just win all day on something. And if it's one of those that just doesn't bounce at all, oftentimes the next day you get a pretty nice bounce. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, but I won't take any of them without a proper setup. So Kron got decimated today. This is another one I thought about bidding below $9, and it only went down to $8.82, but I didn't. Anyway, it fell from over 12 to under 9 at one point. So any pot stock news might bounce this one. Again, it's just one that I think is overdone in one day, so you might get a bounce, but I'm not going to get long any of these blindly. They'll have to give me a good setup. This ADVM, I could draw a trend line, but just follow my mouse cursor here. You can kind of picture a trend line, right? Kind of a big flag, and it's breaking out of that to the upside on volume. We'll see if tomorrow it gives us some kind of follow-through day setup, right? INSY, really nice breakout today. This was on my radar, and I missed two good opportunities in it just because my head was firmly up. Let's just say I'm going to Amazon when I'm done making this video, Amazon.com, and I'm going to look for head from butt removers, and I'm going to have to buy one. All right, anyway, it closed fairly strong. I mean, well off its highs, but still way off where it opened, off its lows. So we'll see if we can get a red to green or something like that in that one. BLIN. This one's kind of obscure, but it had 14 million, almost 15 million shares today, but closing well off its highs. But a red to green might be interesting on that one. RWLK. I keep talking about this one. I just keep watching it because it's just in this tight range. And it may break down, and that's why I'm not a swing trader. I'm not going to load up here, so then if it breaks out, I'm already long because it might go the other way. So I don't hold stocks overnight, but if I can catch this breaking over $8, $9, something like that on volume, it might just rip to the upside. So it's just on a chart every day, right? ARCI, almost 5 million shares yesterday. Gave back a ton of what it gained on an intraday basis, but then today puts in an inside day and closes near its high, so I'm going to put it back on watch. And lastly, AOBC, which is American Outdoor Brands, which is the old Smith & Wesson, closed at 977. And in after hours, right now as I'm talking, it's trading at 1173. You see the 200-day there at 1145. So we're going to watch it for a potential gap and go tomorrow. They had earnings after hours. So that's it. There's plenty to watch. Check down below. There's I call it the end of summer sale, but it's also, you could just call it a Labor Day weekend sale. I didn't label it as such, but basically that's what it is. So check out that link below. And if you are a little bit or remotely interested in our old Lifetime deal, which is not on the site anymore. We pulled the Lifetime membership for chat room. But if you're somewhat interested in that, feel free to shoot me an email. We have a contact form on the website. And I might be able to send you something. I'm done babbling. See you guys tomorrow.